Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot of alien Easter eggs held within the world of the game, and it got me thinking, what does it all mean? In one of my last videos, I talked about the sun/moon dial on top of Mount Shan having something to do with the alien conspiracy around the game, because it seems to cast a shadow during random times during the day or night that seems to point towards certain locations of the world that reveal these painted rocks that seem to depict aliens or some sort of beings that are being praised by humans. And I go a bit more in depth about all of it into this gigantic alien conspiracy in the game in this video here, so if you want to go check it out, I'd recommend doing so. But it doesn't end there. There's even UFOs around the world of the game, and so far we found 2 of them, and the Red Dead Mysteries community is confident that there's got to be more out there that we just haven't found yet. There's a mural here on the side of Mount Shan, and a lot of people seem to think that this could be pointing towards the rest of the UFOs in the game. This mural here is obviously reminiscent of the mural in Mount Chiliad and the whole conspiracy surrounding that Easter egg in GTA 5, and obviously this could lead nowhere like the Mount Chiliad conspiracy, or who knows, maybe it could, but we're still in the early stages of figuring it out. And there's even a panoramic map that accompanies this mural here, which you can find on a frozen couple up north, and it seems to be something similar to this mural. We've even speculated about having to offer up something to the UFO within the cabin, as it does just sit there for a few hours before leaving, unless you leave the cabin. It's just all really interesting to see how much effort is put into revealing this side of the game, and I personally think that it wouldn't have all been for nothing. I've discussed the Undead Nightmare sequel coming to the game, and honestly I still think it's going to happen, but what would we get for more DLCs after that? I'm sure that the online mode is going to get several updates within the next few months, but I think that Rockstar wants to focus on the story mode more this time around, and they've even said that players should value this game for its story and the characters and the overall immersiveness that it has to offer, and I think that the online mode just doesn't have that. It lacks depth, and it's just a more awkward version of the story mode, but it's almost kind of dealt with in an RPG way, if you know what I mean. Your character doesn't say a single word throughout the experience, and it obviously just completely removes you from the experience. The story mode, on the other hand, well, it has what I think made Red Dead Redemption 2 the masterpiece that it is, and there's no shortage of great characters, and it's an amazing story that unfolds like some sort of a movie, and it has just an overall immersion of the game world that I don't think the online mode can replicate. Rockstar have even said that they would love to do more story DLCs in the future anyways, and with a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 having story as the core component of the game, I'm 100% certain that we'll be getting several story DLCs. In fact, we already have a Jack Marston voice that people have actually had glitched into their game while they were playing as his father, John Marston.
We're at 12.
A card.
21. 13.
Give me card.
Bust.
Damn! It'll turn it around, I'm sure. I don't remember asking you.
Okay. 12.
Guess today wasn't my day.
All the best.
Watch out! Here we go. Sorry.
Oh, hell!
Good evening.
No more grief, all right? Can't take any more grief.
You have a pleasant evening, miss. Evening, mister.
The nights are the worst.
Good day, miss.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning. Morning, partner.
A very good morning to you.
Hello, sir.
Fine day to you.
I've been waiting on that winning streak.
You have a fine morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you, sir.
It's really interesting to see that his voice is in the game, and in my opinion it confirms one of 2 things. It's either left off dialogue that they never used, or it's literally proof of a story DLC. But what what I think would make an amazing story DLC would be something that goes further into the alien lore of this game. They obviously spent so much time developing this side of the game that it would be kind of odd for them to just leave it as is. I mean, there isn't much of substance here as a result of everything we find. We don't actually get to see any aliens or get abducted or anything. We don't get any insight into who they are and what they're here for. I think that Rockstar might have already planned into turning all of this into a future DLC, simply because, well, they've done so much to tease an Undead Nightmare 2, which I'm not going to go into this video, but you can check out on my channel. I've made several videos on it. And well, if they've done so much to tease a sequel to a DLC they've made in the past, then I think that they could have done more in this game to set up even more DLCs for the future. And I personally think there's enough evidence of aliens in the game that could fully support some sort of a Cowboys versus Aliens DLC. There's just so much stuff in the game involving aliens that I'd like to think that it wouldn't be too far of a reach to say that it could be entirely possible. Obviously, a lot of people are going to say that it's completely ridiculous, but the paranormal side of the game is alive and well, but I don't really see how it would matter anyways. It wouldn't change anything. We already know aliens literally exist in the world of the game, so why not? I'm envisioning something similar to the movie Cowboys vs. Aliens. Even though it was a lackluster movie, it still involved somewhat of an intriguing story. I mean, the whole draw for the movie was what would happen if cowboys fought aliens, and to be honest, it was a unique and interesting idea, and you could apply that same logic to Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be insanely cool to see them change the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 like they did with Red Dead Redemption 1 and the Undead Nightmare DLC. They completely changed the story of the game, and it was just a bunch of fun. And imagine if they did this in Red Dead Redemption 2 and pitted Arthur Morgan in the middle of it all. Some sort of an alien invasion could happen sometime after, chapter 2 or something, while the gang was chilling in camp, and maybe out of the blue the whole sky lights up and there's just a whole alien armada invading the world of the game. I think it would be just genuinely hilarious to see how the characters react to this alien invasion. So who knows how it could all unfold. Maybe it could involve the aliens abducting, a ton of people, and the whole world in the game rising up against the aliens and having like all-out battles. And we've always talked about how GTA 5 turned into this crazy game that kept releasing ridiculous DLC like flying cars and ray guns and whatnot just to keep churning out crazy numbers for the game. And people seem to think that Red Dead Redemption 2 would do the same thing just to keep people interested. Well, maybe this is the way they're going to be able to do it. Maybe instead of giving us crazy things for no reason, they'll actually have some sort of a story behind these crazy things that they'll give us and focus more on the paranormal side of things here. So aliens would obviously have some crazy technology, so we could get things like ray guns or even some futuristic vehicles perhaps, but obviously this is all just complete speculation, and I'm just trying to envision something that I think would be insanely cool for the game. Obviously, a lot of you are going to hate this idea, and that's fine. It's just my opinion, but at the end of the day, there's no denying the fact that the paranormal side of this game is alive and well, and aliens exist within the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, so you can't completely rule something like this out just yet. I mean, they completely caught us off guard with zombies, Bigfoot, chupacabras, and unicorns, and more in Red Dead Redemption 1, so who's to say that they wouldn't put out a DLC involving aliens sometime in the future here with Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, obviously, I think some more grounded DLC would be great as well. Some more canonic adventures following the story of Sadie Adler or Charles Smith after the events of Red Dead Redemption 2. Those could be some great DLCs because I think those characters had a lot of depth to them, and I think that they could have more adventures after the events of Red Dead Redemption 2 have unfolded. Or who knows, maybe even a DLC involving Dutch and Hosea in their youth. Who knows what they got up to when they were younger and all the adventures that they had robbing, banks and trains and whatnot. Maybe we could get up to what they were doing in a DLC sometime in the future as well. But that's going to be it. Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. Would you like to see an alien DLC come to the world of Red Dead Redemption 2? I think that personally for me, it would be an amazing experience because of all the stuff that we could see in the game, and I think that the gameplay would be really fun if they involved a lot of futuristic technology and stuff like that. And again, a lot of you might think that's kind of stupid, but for me personally, I think that would be a lot of fun. But again, let me know down in the comment section below what you think about all of this. Would you like to see an alien DLC come to the world of Red Dead Redemption 2? But other than that, please leave a like and subscribe because it only does take a second out of your day to make mine. And with that out of the way, have a wonderful day and see you in the next one.